I'm gonna change my lens. I give up. Hi everyone, I have some copyright-free jazz music going and it's 3 a.m. currently, and I'm re-filming a video that I made. It is supposed to be a video where I tell you stories about when I look back and realize I may have been hypomanic at that time. And hypomanic is an adjective for the noun hypomania, and hypomania is the elevated state that someone experiences when they have bipolar 2 disorder. And bipolar disorder is when your moods and energy levels and ability to think clearly, this is important for the video, it goes up and down. Your ability to think clearly just goes up and down according to your moods and energy levels. So the point of this video is to say, like, I think I forgot to mention that while telling you the stories, I'm going to be making some art. So when I was younger, I used to be able to make art like this, but I have abandoned the art form that I was really happy with doing and so proud of doing, because someone stole my style and used it and just got bigger than me. So I was also just busy with exams. But today we're going to make some art because I feel like I need some art therapy. The reason I had to reshoot this was because it wasn't in focus. I'm going to use these color pencils and I'm going to pick out a color. Just now I used light green. I'm wondering if I should choose a different base shade and show you the results for just now also. Let's choose pink, which is I just dropped the color pencils again, which is complementary to light green. So what am I gonna write this time? Boy pixelated, I guess. Let's do it. Can you see? I'm figuring it out. I'm trying to put in more effort in things I do. Boy. Pixel. It's not as good because I'm like doing it just, I don't know. Oh, that's not bad. It's not so bad. So let's talk about academics first. So the first thing that I want to mention is IGCSE exams. I took 2 syllabuses when I was 16, aka like Form 4, which is like high school 4th year out of 5 years. And what happened was there was a mid-year exam or a class test, and I was like, it's so easy, I don't need to study. And I did not study. Like, I was telling my best friend, like, we don't need to study, and she was like, I'm still gonna study. So I did not study, you know, with all the free time that I had. Because why? Because I was hypomanic. And what happened was I failed my exam for the first time. For the first time I failed my exam, huh? Wow. This is really therapeutic. And I'm kind of messing up right now. And I'm just like trying to fix it, go with the flow and whatever, you know? It's nice, I get to experiment. And also because I make so many mistakes and mishaps, which you will know about more later, I have to kind of learn to like go with the flow and go with the mistakes that I make and just make do and improvise. And the thing is, I loved art maths. Okay, I really loved art maths, but I failed maths. You know what else I really love? English. And for English IGCSE, I think it was also a mid-year exam. I failed it. I failed it because I didn't really know, you know, what they were asking and how to answer it. I didn't really understand, you know. And then besides that, I also was trying to write an essay, okay? The thing is, I think I couldn't understand like what to write for the essay, because somehow I couldn't think clearly at that time. So so what I ended up writing was like a bunch of really advanced vocabulary jumbled up in incoherent sentences, because I was learning vocabularies at that time. I had like a list, just to like boost up my essays. But it's either that I think it's a mixture of like me not really knowing how to utilize like words like that, but at the same time I couldn't think clearly and coherently. So like that made me just fail it. I think until now, it's been like 3 years, I still remember my teacher said that she doesn't understand, doesn't oh and I think it's me thinking that it doesn't make sense, because it does not make sense at all. I wish I could like dig it back up and like show you guys. Anyways, after that, but you know what? I got an A star for my English literature in A levels, even though I failed IGCSE English. That wasn't actually taught properly, in my defense. Basically, why do I keep messing up my favorite subjects like maths and English? But my English skills when I was 16 weren't as good as 19-year-old me. But I do feel like the brain damage over time decreased my vocabulary. It was a journey of learning. So, other than that, what were my experiences where I had hypomania? So, okay, that was academics. Now let's move on to hair. When I was like 19, when I'm hypomanic, you could always tell because I would cut my hair. That was one time I wanted bangs all of a sudden, and I planned to go to the salon like the next day, and I literally like researched for like which salon to go to and the price and all. But when I went back home, you see, I didn't know I was hypomanic, right? I went back home, I saw like kitchen scissors on my table, and I took it. You know what's coming next. I grabbed this much hair and cut it this short. I don't know what to say. Like, okay, you know what happened after that is that I had to improvise with a lot of pins and hats and like, just many ways to cover up my mistakes. And that's what I am talking about when I say improvising. Sometimes you have to adapt. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I like how it's looking so far, just putting random colors together, because I can't really think much about my color combinations while I'm talking. Also, another thing, oh my god, this is still an embarrassing memory, even though this is my second time telling it, because I was at this residence, right, and they had like a study area, and the study area had like cubicles, so, and like they had like glass doors. I mean, you can't lock it. So what would happen is that I was hypomanic, and we were like in the same course, and we were preparing for the coming mock exams, which, by the way, I kind of failed my maths in. I failed my maths. I got an E for economics, and I got a D for English, literature and English. But that's a whole nother story. Anyways, like, so we were preparing, and they were very stressed, okay? That person was very stressed, and I kept opening the door and like ask her like how it's going, and like kept talking, like it was obviously disruptive, okay? It was obviously disruptive and disrupting her. So like, yikes, I never saw her again after that at the study area, and I think it is because of me, and that's kind of embarrassing and just terrible, because Okay, I'm gonna use more greens in the second word. I have more stories. Ooh, this is nice. This color with pink. I feel like simply illogical. I have more. Oh my god. I told you that I like maths. I do. I love maths. I love English. But okay. So when I was 19 also, I thought that I got good results for like my AS, which is like the stage 1 out of 2 stages of A levels. Okay, let's say stage 1 of A levels. I got a good grade for maths, and I thought I don't need to go to classes anymore. And then after that, when I went back to classes, I got really anxious because I couldn't answer the questions. I basically didn't go for classes after that. And that is the story of why I failed maths. It's kind of sad if you think about it. It's the story of failed potential. And I don't think I mentioned this, but I was an academically top student. Oh, I mean, not like top, but like one of the best, I think. One of the top. It's, I don't know, like, life can happen. But otherwise, it is very disheartening, and sometimes you don't know when it's happening. Sometimes you can't tell. For me, after like getting a diagnosis, I try to like identify when an episode is coming, but it's kind of comedic because sometimes I would be in an episode, but like I would think an episode is coming, so I would be like on the lookout for an episode when I'm in an episode. You get what I mean? Yeah, so okay, let me take a red dot. Interesting. This is like a dark pink with the pink that makes it a darker shade. Wow, and now I'm gonna take the purple. I love art therapy. Also, for my previous one, I did like a techno kind of like embellishments around it. I think it's because I messed up or something. No, I don't think so. I don't think it's because I messed up. But I did mess up a little bit, so like I just tried to like make do, you know, like everything else in my life. What else was I gonna say? I have more here. Haircuts, disruptive talking, 2 dinners story. One time, I felt like I wanted 2 dinners on that day for some reason, and then I ended up just eating a whole packet of fried chicken for dinner, but I was supposed to save that for lunch. And I remember I'm sorry if like I'm not talking really well. It's like 3 something a.m. in the morning, and I decided to film it like at this hour. No, it's not good. It's not great. I have to promise myself. Where's my blue color? What is this? This is a black color. What? Oh, what? That's not blue. I'm blue. Hello? So my camera just died. Yeah. Everybody, I'm not going to do a lot of content where I talk about my bipolar disorder or any other disorder that I may have, because I have a lot more things that I want to talk about that involves a lot of analysis. I appreciate that you stayed. I hope I see you again. Bye. I'm so tired. Look. This is my setup. The camera is on the bed. I have a small little table where one leg is actually given up. I fixed it once and I'm too lazy to fix it again. And then this is the small ring light that belongs to my sister. Can we do some cool lighting with the glasses? I like the pink that's coming off there. Focusing on my butterfly. Now it's simply neological.